And again, welcome and Happy New Year. Thank you all very much for joining us as we kick off our 2022 Live Well, Be Well series of mental well-being presentations, part of Kerby Center's exciting and informative online health and wellness, information, education, and entertainment presentations. It's been a tough couple of years struggling through the roller coaster pandemic. Many of us have experienced isolation, loneliness, and anxiety, and as a result have suffered the onset of depression and mental health challenges. But we've come to understand that not being okay is okay, and the value of reaching out and staying connected, something we try to do with this series of presentations. As we enter this new year, many of us are looking forward to taking charge of our well-being and reclaiming our emotional and physical health and wellness, our financial future, and renewing our purpose as we age gracefully. It is our great hope that our presentation will help to provide you with the information that you need in order to make informed decisions about your health and wellness and to help you live your best lives. There are many facets to mental health, and learning how to identify and manage your symptoms is key. Especially as we age, it is important to build our resilience and find healthy ways to cope with challenges and create ways to maintain a more positive outlook. We're very pleased to welcome back our Vineeta Kapoor, who has some great tips for developing good mental health habits we should all know. Vineeta is Kerby Center's Manager of Information Resources, and Vineeta holds a master's degree in psychology, along with a postgraduate diploma in guidance and counseling, and has over 18 years of experience working as a psychologist and psychotherapist with different population groups. She also has a certificate from Hospice Foundation of America for dealing with complicated grief in the COVID-19 era, a certificate in the science of well-being from Yale University, and has taken courses in autism, dyslexia therapy, and special education needs. Vineeta, thank you very much for joining us today. Tell us what we can do in order to develop good mental health habits.
Thanks, Colleen, for the introduction. This is a topic that's very close to my heart. Good mental health is important in everyday life because it encompasses how you think, feel, and interact with others. It can also determine how you handle difficult situations. When you don't take care of your mind, things can spiral out of control, causing problems in all aspects of your life. What is a habit? Habit describes a behavior done repetitively as a routine. So it could be a choice. A healthy habit is a healthy choice, which can prevent the symptoms associated with anxiety and depression. We are going to talk more about the good mental health habits that could lead you to more wellness and well-being. So I'll be sharing my screen now. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, we can.
So prevention is the key to eradicating depression and anxiety. If we focus on areas of our lives we can control, then we would have a much easier time coping with events that are out of control. So when talking about physical activities, so some people may wonder what is the difference between physical activities and exercise. So physical activities are activities that get your body moving. So whether you're walking the dog or gardening or taking the stairs instead of the elevator, these are all examples of physical activities. Coming to exercise, it's a form of physical activity, but it is specifically planned, structured, and repetitive. So examples of exercise could be Tai Chi, weight training, aerobics classes. So it is essential for both body and mind. Go for a daily walk or join a seniors exercise class at a nearby gym or senior center. If you have physical limitations, you can do chair exercises. If you are physically able, try a dance class. Even if you are just getting up and walking around the house, you're still being physically active in one way or the other. Physical activity helps with your hormones and helps you to keep your weight down, both of which can play a significant role in helping your mind to stay healthy and strong as you age. You can feel more independent if you are able to move around, but you feel more let down, more stuck to the bed if you are not physically active. This can also help you to meet other people while you are out being active. So it has a dual purpose that you can enjoy while you are out and about, meeting friends as well as exercising. So there are lots of benefits of physical exercise on mental health. Let's see what they are. So exercise boosts sleep. Regular exercise improves the quality of sleep. It increases the time of deep sleep, which further helps in boosting the immune system and controlling anxiety and stress. Exercise results in energy expenditure, which makes you feel tired, which results in longer and peaceful sleep. So when you exercise, you feel tired, and then if you sleep, it would be a much sound sleep. It maintains the levels of chemicals in brain. So brain chemicals or neurotransmitters are responsible for how we feel physically as well as mentally. So regular exercise stimulates the production and release of dopamine and serotonin, which help us in improving our overall well-being. So these, as we know, they decrease the mood disorder symptoms, reduce stress, and gives a feeling of calmness and relaxation. Exercise helps in boosting energy levels. How does it do that? While exercising, we use the energy which is stored already in our body and start making more of it. Sitting and remaining inactive will not bring any change in the state of fatigue. However, getting involved in some physical exercise will make you feel active. It reduces the muscle tension. So one of the major causes of muscle tension is lack of exercise. So you need to use your muscles to keep them healthy. Exercise increases the flow of blood to muscle cells, which further increases the oxygen in the muscles. Exercise also decreases the risk of falls. So regular exercise increases muscle strength and flexibility. Physical exercises result in better bone density, which makes bones stronger and reduce the risk of getting fractures and osteoporosis. Exercise reduces the risk of falls by improving coordination and balance. So there is better eye-hand coordination, better movement, better balance. It makes you happier and boosts positivity. So exercise stimulates the release of happy hormone, dopamine, in our brain. So this hormone is very essential for feeling happy. It reduces the risk of developing dementia. Exercise increases the blood flow to the brain, which keeps the cells healthy. Moreover, exercise increases the production of brain chemicals and growth factors, which helps in keeping existing cells healthy. So whatever you are currently have, that would be maintained, it would be healthy, and it also helps in growth of new brain cells, which results in increasing memory, controlling thinking, and reducing the risk of developing dementia. Talking about food. So what should be your food habits? Talking about fats, choose olive oil and nuts, avoid butter, margarine, and other vegetable oils. Eat whole grains, legumes every day. Fruits are good, eat 3 to 4 servings a day. Veggies are equally good, 3 to 4 servings a day are good. A little of wine and nuts. Protein is important. Eat less beef and pork, but egg and cheese in moderation, and opt for fish and shellfish often. Don't forget water, herbs, spice, and daily exercise. So seniors are prone to dehydration. They should drink plenty of water to stay energized and sharp. Big carb loads can lead to big carb crashes, which can cause fatigue, concentration issues, and irritability, symptoms that are also apparent in depression. What not to eat? So when we are talking about skipping, skip processed food. Absolute no. Processed meat, sugary food and beverages, salt, salty foods, salty seasonings. I'm not talking about eliminating these totally from your diet, but it should be restricted as much as you can. Getting involved in your community. So whether it is through a community center or a church or temple, surround yourself with people who have similar goals like you have, so that it can have a profoundly positive impact on your mental well-being. Donating our time towards a community project or simply socializing is a quality way to help our self-esteem and build a network of support. So it gives meaning to your life and you feel that you are able to give back to the community and contribute. Interacting with fellow human beings reminds us that we are not alone and gives us an outlet to share our thoughts and feelings. Continue to be social. This is harder as you get older, but it's something important that you have to remember to do. Get out and do stuff, even if it's just going to bingo night with a friend. Go out and enjoy the social events. If you live in an assisted living community, go out and enjoy social events that are available on campus. Have fun with people. So by increasing your social interaction, your mental health is going to stay strong and you're going to feel a lot better. It will also help you to make you feel that you're not trapped in your home all the time, which can help ease your mind. Increase your social interactions. So senior centers offer a variety of classes from crafts and hobbies to computer classes to keep the mind interested and active. You want to know more? Come to Kerby Center. We have a whole range of activities available for you. Call on friends. Stay connected with your peers. Get your hair done together, go on a shopping trip. It's fun, even if it's just to the grocery store or have them over for dinner. The social stimulation will do you all good. Make an effort to make new friends. So as you lose people in your circle, it is vital to make new connections so your social life doesn't decline. Make it a point to befriend people who are younger than you. So younger friends can re-energize you and help see life from a fresh perspective. Spend time with at least one person every day. Whatever your living situation or your work situation, you shouldn't be alone day after day. Phone or email contact is not a replacement for spending time with other people. Regular face-to-face contact helps you ward off depression and stay positive. Volunteer. Giving back to the community is a wonderful way to strengthen social bonds and meet others interested in similar activities or who share similar values. Even if your mobility becomes limited, you can get involved by volunteering on the phone. Find support groups in times of change. If you or your loved one is coping with serious illness or a recent loss, it can be very helpful to participate in a support group with others undergoing the same challenges, so you feel that you are not going through this alone. Stay involved in family gatherings. Find ways to be included and visit often with family, especially grandchildren. Keep visits short if you get tired and make sure you are just there to enjoy their company rather than being a babysitter. So surround yourself with people who make you happy, and old friends are always the best. And if you lose touch with them, don't forget to make new ones. So positivity is contagious. So be with friends and family members who look on the bright side, have a positive attitude, and can make you feel better about anything going on in your life. Knowing you are not alone can be a healing experience. Share your fears or feelings with a friend or even a professional. You will likely feel better after you have gotten things off your chest and someone to share with. Have a friend that always knows just what to say to make you feel like things will all be all right. It's going to be all right. Engage in hobbies. Occupying your mind is a key part of mental health, as well as healthy aging in general. And now is the perfect time to focus on your hobbies or take up a new one. So it could be anything, right from singing to knitting or craft work. So engaging your mind in creative ways that has the same effect as lifting weights for strengthening your muscles. So it has the same effect. Working with your hands is particularly effective in keeping your mind sharp. It helps you in your eye-hand coordination. Taking a new class or learning about an unfamiliar topic is another great brain building exercise. Have a growth mindset and you will be a lifelong learner. Engaging in an activity that brings us pleasure and enjoyment has a physiologic effect on our brains, triggering a release of neurotransmitters such as dopamine, serotonin, and newly discovered brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which is our ammunition in fighting depression and anxiety. Do things that engage your mind, like crossword puzzles, Sudoku, a number of other things. Just make sure that you enjoy what you are doing. Enjoyment is important. Don't do it just because you're forced to do it. It has to come from the heart, what you love, what you're passionate about, so that you can actually stay in the habit. It's going to help prevent the deterioration of your memory and other mental health issues. Play games. Try word puzzles, crossword puzzles, jigsaw, games like Sudoku to keep your mind and brain healthy and stimulated. Join or start a bridge club with your friends. A good card game is always a good opportunity for conversation. So it's not just about helping the brain, but also you are active when you are with people playing games. It helps you socialize too. Some of the brain exercises to boost memory and cognitive function. So John Morley, he was a professor of geriatric medicine and co-author of The Science of Staying Young. So he recommended the following exercises to sharpen your mental skills. You can note down these exercises if you want. Test your recall. This is a good exercise. Like make a list, grocery items, things to do, or anything else that comes to mind, and memorize it. An hour or so later, see how many items you can recall. Make the list as challenging as possible for the greatest mental stimulation. Let the music play. Learn to play a musical instrument or join a choir. Studies show that learning something new and complex over a longer period of time is ideal for the aging mind. Do math in your head. How many of us don't use the calculator? So figure out problems without the aid of a pencil, paper, or computer. You can make this more difficult and athletic by walking at the same time. So trying to solve, doing mental math really helps. Taking a cooking class, learn how to cook a new cuisine. Cooking uses a number of senses. It involves smell, touch, sight, and taste, which involves different parts of the brain. So you are not just cooking, you're feeding all aspects of your brain at the same time. Learning a foreign language. So the listening and hearing involves, it stimulates the brain. What's more, a rich vocabulary has been linked to a reduced risk for cognitive decline. According to a Spanish study that was published sometime way back in 2014, it says that if you have a rich vocabulary, cognitive decline will stay away from you. Create word pictures. So visualize the spelling of a word in your head and then try to think of other words that begin or end with the same two letters. This is a very good, it could be a good game with students to enrich their vocabulary. Draw a map from memory. This is a fun one, which I usually enjoy. After returning home from visiting a new place, try to draw a map of the area. Repeat this exercise each time you go to somewhere new, a new place. Negativity inspires a lot of destructive feelings, and one way to counter this is by working to create something new. So create something, paint or draw, do a craft work, or do it yourself projects, or even putting together a puzzle. The sense of accomplishment will boost your mind and make you feel happy. So creating it feeds the brain because you are thinking out of the box. You're thinking something new. Challenge your taste buds. When eating, try to identify individual ingredients in your meal, including subtle herbs and spices. So you are challenging your taste buds. Refine your hand-eye coordination. So take up a new hobby that involves fine motor skills like knitting, drawing, painting, or assembling a puzzle. It involves your eye and coordination. Learning a new sport. Start doing an athletic exercise that requires both mind and body, such as yoga, golf, or tennis. Coming to back to school. So retirement is not just about traveling. It is also not just about watching TV at home on the couch while waiting for grandkids to visit. Instead, retirement can be a time to explore new things, and that can include going back to school. Retirement gives seniors the opportunity to pursue goals that were not feasible doing during their working years. After all, they don't have to worry about task deadlines in the office. This is the best time to learn something new and experience opportunities that they may have been too busy to pursue during the younger years. So challenge your brain by taking a class at your local community, college. Many are free or offered at a very low cost. Try a literature class or study another language, and look for online classes if you can't leave home. So there are lots of programs offered by the library for free, technology classes through lynda.com, that's now LinkedIn Learning, Gale courses, Coursera courses. There are lots if you want to know, do something new. And there are lots of benefits to going back to school, like it provides many opportunities for socialization. So older adults have the opportunity to enjoy events hosted by their college. So when they go back to school, whatever they join, there are events and you can attend those events. They can take part in sporting events or watch concerts for free. They can also have access to athletic facilities, libraries. Things like being able to go to the campus coffee shop with a classmate can already be a wonderful experience for seniors when they consider going back to school. It's a chance to share your wisdom. Older adults have knowledge that they can share with their younger classmates. The best thing about it is that much of the information that they can share is usually proven by time and experience. You have seen it happen. Besides, the presence of older adults inside the classroom adds vitality to it. They are never afraid to ask questions or share their funny experiences. They are a storeroom of wisdom. Enjoy a second career. So for many older adults, retirement is not just about saying goodbye to work days. You could welcome a new career, something that you have been longing to do while you were working. You still can continue earning. So finishing a course will help increase your chances of getting hired. Their decades of experience already makes them a walking reservoir of wisdom. So however, a second degree will prove to help you to be a more valuable candidate for the new career that you are hoping for. You gain more confidence. So sometimes along with aging comes a dwindling self-confidence. Oh, I'm now retired. I'm not good for anything. So it boosts your self-confidence. Some older adults have a low confidence even if they are rich in experience. The presence of younger applicants trying to win the same job they want can be intimidating. But with a newly earned degree, their confidence and self-worth are improved. This makes them more prepared to venture into a new career despite their age. Updating one's skills. So many workers struggle to get promoted because their skills are already outdated. They have been doing things in an old-fashioned way. Once skills are updated, a senior is less likely to feel anxious that their dream second job will be lost to a younger applicant. So being updated to the new trends is important. Besides, there's no doubt that updating one's skill is crucial to this ever fast changing world we live in. So learning advanced skills affords seniors more options and opportunities to keep pace with workplace challenges. Staving off signs of cognitive decline, we already talked about it. So when the brain is constantly stimulated, it is less likely to decline. Use it or lose it. So it's something like that. Knowing about medication. Make sure that you understand what medications you are on and that they don't affect your mind in a negative way. Keep an eye on side effects that may occur. Some of them may end up hurting your mind or causing confusion without really meaning to. And if that ends up happening, talk to your doctor about it. So talk to your doctor about any medication concerns that you may have. That's important. Learning to cope with change is a big one. So build your resilience and find healthy ways to cope with challenges. This ability will help you make the most of the good times and keep your perspective when times are tough. Focus on the things you are grateful for. The longer you live, the more you lose, unfortunately. But as you lose people and things, life becomes even more precious. When you stop taking things for granted, you appreciate and enjoy what you have even more. Acknowledge and express your feelings. You may have a hard time showing emotions, perhaps feeling that such displays inappropriate and weak. A lot of people just bury the emotions in their hearts. But burying your feelings can lead to anger, resentment, and depression. Don't deny what you are going through. Find healthy ways to process your feelings, perhaps by talking with a close friend, or writing in a journal. Accept the things you can't change. So we can't change everything. Many things in life are beyond our control. Rather than stressing out over them, focus on the things you can control, such as the way you choose to react to problems. Face your limitations with dignity and a healthy dose of humor. Humor is important. Look for the silver lining. So as the saying goes, what doesn't kill us makes us stronger. When facing major challenges, try to look at them as opportunities for personal growth. Learn from your mistakes. Take daily action to deal with life's challenges. When a challenge seems too big to handle, sweeping it under the carpet often appears as the easiest option. But ignoring the problem doesn't make it go away. It allows both the problem and your anxiety to build. Instead, take things one step at a time, little by little. Even a small step can go a long way to boosting your confidence and reminding you that you are not powerless. Staying healthy through humor, laughter, and play, very, very important. Laughter is a strong medicine for both the body and mind. It helps you stay balanced, energetic, joyful, and healthy at any age. A sense of humor helps you get through tough times. Look outside yourself, laugh at the absurdities of life, and transcend difficulties. Just laugh the problem off. Don't take life too seriously. Sometimes you just have to laugh at your problems, knowing it's not the end of everything. If you don't have anything in your day that's been funny, think about a memory that never fails to make you laugh. It's hard to be negative when you are laughing and smiling. Try it out. So change is hard at first, messy in the middle, and gorgeous at the end. So the world is constantly changing, and you and those around you are changing as well. Make peace with these changes and understand that they don't always mean the end of happiness just because they are something different. Get a pet. Let's face it, getting older can be very lonely. Loved ones and friends move or pass away, and it becomes increasingly difficult to leave the house and participate in once loved activities. But there is one source of comfort and companionship that benefits seniors in countless ways: pets. Yes. Whether you are a dog person or a cat person, caring for a pet can be helpful. Animals make seniors more socially engaged, less depressed, and less agitated, according to a review of research on animal therapy. Animals can help reduce the stress, lower blood pressure, and increase social interaction and physical activity. If you have a dog, you know it has to be in your routine to take the dog for a walk or exercising, or it could really boost up your mood. Make a deeper spiritual connection. Religion and the community that goes with it can offer meaningful activities and support. And your place of worship, whether it's a temple or a church, can also be a great venue for volunteering. Make a difference. So volunteering can come in all shapes and sizes. Pitch in locally or search online for ways to volunteer from the comfort of your own home. Giving back can be one of the best ways to add meaning to your life. Looking to volunteer, come to Kerby Center. We have something for everyone. So it could just be volunteering while making calls to isolated seniors or grocery delivery. We have loads of volunteers during the tax clinic coming up. So need help, you want ideas of how to volunteer, come to us. Turn to technology. So schedule regular phone calls to catch up with loved ones and send snail mail or email letters. Snail mail is an outdated stuff. How many of us remember when was the last time we sent a snail mail? So it's emails now. So cards and photos. Try Skype or FaceTime for a video call. Create a memory book with your grandchildren and share it with the entire family. If you are struggling with technology, you can contact us and we could connect you with a wonderful volunteers with cyber seniors, and they can troubleshoot your techie problems. Promote a healthy environment. Have social contacts, stay connected, have reminders on your phone when you have to meditate, when you need to exercise. Make a journal where you can write down your gratitude journal. So make it a habit to make a list of all the things that you are grateful for. Taking just 60 seconds a day to stop and appreciate the good things of life will make a huge difference. When you are feeling low on the verge of failure, close your eyes and just remind yourself of intricate problems you have solved in the past. This will boost your morale to face up challenges. This is just another one. I've done so much in the past. I've handled it. So if you have a family that loves you, a few good friends, food on your table, and a roof over your head, you are richer than you think. Always remind yourself of that. It's your choice. I'll share a short story with you. It has two perspectives. A famous book writer sat in his study. He took out his pen and began to write. Last year, I had a surgery to remove gallstones. I was bedridden for a long time. In the same year, I turned 60 and was retired, quitting a company that I loved so much. I had to leave the job I have been doing for 35 years. That same year, I was abandoned by my beloved mother who passed away. Then still in the same year, my son failed his final medical exam because of a car accident. Repair costs from the car damage marked the peak of bad luck last year. At the end, he wrote, what a bad year. The writer's wife entered the room and found her husband who was sad and pensive. From behind, the wife saw the husband's writing. So slowly she backed away and left the room. 15 minutes later, she came back in and put down a piece of paper with the following words. Last year, my husband finally managed to get rid of his gallbladder, which had been making his stomach hurt for years. That same year, I am grateful that my husband was able to retire in a healthy and happy state of mind and body. I thank God he was given the opportunity to work and earn for 35 years to support our family. Now my husband can spend most of his time writing, which has always been his hobby. In the same year, my 95-year-old mother-in-law, without any pain, returned to God in peace. And still in the same year, God protected our son from harm in a terrible car accident. Our car was seriously damaged by the accident, but my son survived without any serious injuries. In the last sentence, his wife wrote, last year was a year full of extraordinary blessings from God, and we spent it full of wonder and gratitude. The writer smiled with emotion, and warm tears flowed down his cheeks. He was grateful for a different point of view for every event he had gone through the past year. A different perspective of the same events now made him joyful. We need to understand that it is not the happiness or joy that makes us grateful. It is gratitude that makes us happy or joyful. Let's practice seeing events from a positive point of view. You can choose to focus on what's wrong in your life or focus on what's right. The decision is yours. One of my favorite sayings, which I always share with people, when asked if my cup is half full or half empty, I just smile and say, I'm thankful I have a cup. Your choice. Talking about positive thinking and attitude, staying positive goes a long way. So positive thinking is a mental attitude that expects good and favorable results. A positive mind anticipates happiness, joy, good health, and a successful outcome of every situation and action. You get what you expect. Positive attitude helps to cope more easily with the daily affairs of life. It brings optimism in your life and makes it easier to avoid worry and negative thinking. So it's a mental attitude that expects positive results. If you're positive, you'll focus on good things, happy thoughts, successful outcomes. On the other hand, if you're negative, you will focus on all that went wrong, on all the bad things, sad thoughts, negative outcomes, and start acting and behaving negatively. This is the way to failure, frustration, disappointment. With a bad attitude, you can never have a positive day. And with a positive attitude, you can never have a bad day because you'll always look for the positive. A positive attitude is like a magnet for positive results. And also you'll be a magnet to the people who are seeking positivity in their lives. Isolate yourself from negative news. So the news nowadays is often filled with all kinds of depressing information. If you are already in a bad mood, avoid watching the news and do something you enjoy doing. Don't look for additional information on the internet. It would weaken your mental state. Everything we need to know, we already know. So avoid sending fatalistic messages. Some people don't have the same mental strength as you have. Instead of helping, you could activate problems of depression in them. So your positive mood will help protect your immune system, while negative thoughts have been shown to depress your immune system and make it weaker against viruses. Choose joy. Use positive words when talking. Use words such as I can, I'm able, it is possible, it can be done. I am possible instead of impossible. If you constantly say I cannot, you will convince yourself that it's true. Think I can, but do not think only I can. Replace negative words with positive ones. Repeat to yourself that you are doing everything possible to have a happy relationship, bright career, good health, and everything positive that you want in your life. Remove negative feelings. It's in your hands. Try to disregard and ignore negative thoughts. Substitute them with constructive, happy thoughts, just like as we saw in the story. Allow only feelings of happiness, strength, and success. Do not allow negative feelings and thoughts to conquer you when you are in a bad mood or having a bad day. Remove negativity and focus on positive things. Read at least one page of an inspiring book every day. So one of my favorites is The Secret from Rhonda Byrne. If you haven't yet read it, I would strongly advise you all to read it. Give yourself credit. Often when we feel frustrated or upset, we only concentrate on the bad things or on our mistakes instead of giving ourselves credit for what we did right. So allow yourself to feel good about the things you have accomplished or did well, even if you have messed up in other areas. Take control of your decisions. You are the boss of what is going on in your life. Don't give the steering of your life in somebody else's hands. So make the choice to be happier and more positive. I am possible. That's my favorite tagline. Use words that evoke success and strength. Fill your thoughts with words that make you feel strong, happy, have control over your life. Make it a habit. Make an effort, a conscious effort to focus on these words instead of words that suggest failure and incompetence. Periodically during the day, stop and evaluate what you are thinking. What are your thoughts? Sometimes we get so used to being in the same flow of thoughts that it's important to pause and think, are we being positive or negative? So evaluate what you're thinking. If you find that your thoughts are mainly negative, try to find a way to put a positive spin around them. Don't say anything to yourself that you wouldn't say to anyone else. Analyze what went wrong. So if things don't go as you plan, analyze what went wrong. Learn from your mistakes. Positive thinking is not about denying that nothing can go wrong. So this is important. So I'm not saying that you just keep thinking positive, but it's about acceptance. We all make mistakes. Don't brood over your mistakes. Instead, take the time to see what went wrong, the reasons behind the failure, so that you can avoid those mistakes in future with a positive approach. Forgive yourself. Don't be harsh with yourself. It's a favor that you do to yourself. Let go of the past. Make it a habit. It does not determine your future. It's gone. So why focus on it? If you find yourself ruminating on the past, make a conscious effort to take your thoughts in another direction. The past is behind you, and no matter how bad things were in the past, you can do nothing to change them. Whatever you feel, negative thoughts about the past come up, replace them with positive thoughts about the future. The future is ahead of you. Always look ahead. Talking about healthy habits, sleeping. You can improve your sleep. You can sleep better by developing some good habits. Avoid screen time at least an hour before sleeping. Establish a bedtime routine. Same time going to bed, same time getting up. It should be a routine, not getting up late during the weekends and then just spinning your routine around. Reading before bed can help you wind down and get a good night's sleep. Eat a light dinner. If you stuff yourself too much at night, you will feel heaviness and it would be difficult for you to sleep. Avoid staring at your phones. A lot of people have the habit of just being on the social media and then they just slip down and try to sleep. But the blue screen of your phone is not going to let you sleep. So try to make it a habit to stay away from gadgets at least an hour before you go to bed. Listen to some soothing music, de-stress or meditate, or have a glass of warm milk. These small tips can help you to sleep better. ReEnvironment. So we discussed a lot about what all habits can help you sustain your mental health. So you heard about all the things: exercise, sleep habits, what you should eat, mindset, attitude. Now make a plan. Think about how many times you will do your ReEnvironment. When will you do it? Where will you do it? Who will you do it with? Have a concrete answer to these questions and it will help you stick to your plan. Socially commit. Tell 10 people about your plan. You know what? I'm going to go for a walk every day, starting tomorrow at 7 a.m. in the morning. Next time, and if you have told this to 10 people, next time when you meet these people, they will definitely ask you, have you started going for a walk? And just to keep your word, you will have to commit and start doing that, whatever you have planned. Design your environment. If you have thought about eating healthy from now onwards, so designing your environment would help. If you do not have cookies or chocolates on the table or within reach, so that they do not tempt you to be away from your plan or to break your resolution. So your environment should be as per your plan. So if you have planned to eat healthy, everything in your environment should be motivating. Like, you, instead of cookies and chocolates, there should be fruits and healthy food that you can grab every time you visit that area. Share your victory. If you are able to stick to your plan, share it with friends. Keep a growth mindset, focus on learning, keep learning something new. The next steps. So which of these items are easiest for you to implement? I discussed a lot about all the habits that you can cultivate. So make a list of what all is easiest for you to implement. Then take out your phone and enter them into your calendar as nudges to getting started. So get reminders put alarms on your phone to remind you to do those activities. Include these fundamental activities in your day-to-day list. It will change your life for the better. Your positivity will also begin to affect everyone around you. Remember the positivity magnet? By following these lifestyle choices, we put ourselves in the best position possible to prevent the onset of depression and anxiety. Though typically we are trying to kick habits, these are 5 healthy habits we should all try to kick into gear for a better way of living. Okay, so look at this picture. So beliefs and attitudes are like a box of crayons, which has all the colors. It is your choice which color you use to paint your life. If we constantly color the picture gray, it will always be bleak. Try adding some bright colors to the picture by including hope, positivity, humor, and your picture begins to lighten up. Start searching for good things, happy things, and positive things in your environment. You will find plenty of colorful crayons to paint your picture. So if every morning you can find a reason to say, yes, it's going to be a beautiful day, and every day you find a reason to say, yes, it is a beautiful day, and every night you find a reason to say, yes, it was a beautiful day, then one day you'll look back and easily say, yes, it was a beautiful life. Think about it. Just one commitment. If you start saying this, you will certainly go places with your mental health. Thank you.